Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we get to talk about my favorite subject again, PlayStation. But before that, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. I'm really trying to get my channel up to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month. So if you can subscribe and drop a like, that would be much appreciated. So let's get on with this whole PlayStation thing. Okay, so Sony announced another state of played out with nothing to show except for something they've already showed countless times already. Okay, I mean, like, we beat this dead horse pretty much. I mean, it's already dead. Like, either you're going to buy this game when it comes out, or you have no interest in Deathloop whatsoever. And it's just I mean, and the best part of it is it's an actual Xbox first party studio that's a timed exclusive. So I get the fact that Sony they're probably doing the best they can, but I'm not going to be an apologist for them. Okay, they promised me, they told me when they sold me my PlayStation 5 that this was going to be an amazing generation, and I was going to get high quality, extremely good games at that new $70 price tag. But when it comes down to it, really the only thing I've gotten is disappointment and disappointed. It's been almost 8 months and I still cannot upgrade the SSD in my PlayStation 5. I want to know more about that. I don't want to know any more about Deathloop. I've already come to my conclusion if I'm going to pick it up or not. And you'll find out on this channel when the day comes, when it gets released. I have been a PlayStation guy for over 25 years now, okay? I understand that, like, this generation has been a little bit difficult because of COVID-19 and everything. But on the other end, I also feel that Sony is kind of like holding things back until they get more PlayStation 5s out, which is really irritating to me. I mean, we saw Herman Holst. We saw an interview with Herman Holst. He came out and basically said, "Hey guys, we ain't got nothing else coming out this year. Everything that we had slated for this year has been pushed to 2022. You might get lucky and still get Horizon Forbidden West this year, but they are still working on it." So, as far as I know, we literally have nothing to look forward to when it comes to PlayStation first party studios for the rest of this year. I mean, we can keep our fingers crossed for Horizon Forbidden West, but at the same time, like, guys, I mean, they pretty much blew their load. You know, they've been putting out all these games for the first of this year. And honestly, if you want my honest opinion, if I was going to grade PlayStation from the launch of the PlayStation 5 till now, I would give them a C, a literal C. Like, that's barely a passing grade, you know, when it comes to what's going on. In my opinion, they have not delivered that $70 first party exclusive, you know, promise that they said they were going to have at the beginning of this launch when they increased the price $10. I have yet to have one game that I feel is 100% worth $70, but Demon's Souls is the only one that I was actually okay with paying the $70. Like, I felt justified because I know I'm going to get more than my money's worth out of that game. But Godfall, that game sucked. Sackboy, I didn't even buy it because I'm not a little kid. You know, you had Returnal. That game, oh my gosh, it might be a fun game and everything, but the fact that it looks like something that should have been on a PlayStation 4, yeah, I'm sorry, I cannot give that game a first party, you know, $70 stamp of approval. Ratchet and Clank was a very beautiful $60 game. Very beautiful. Like, extremely beautiful. The best Ratchet and Clank game we've ever seen in our lives. Best Ratchet and Clank story we've ever seen in our lives. But still not enough to justify $70. Spider-Man, Miles Morales with the next gen upgrade for the other Spider-Man, $70. Yeah, I mean, the Miles Morales thing was worth $20, and they probably, you know, should have only charged us like $10 for that upgrade, especially after, you know, paying what was it, like 80 or 90 bucks for that, for the old Spider-Man and all the DLC. There's no reason why they couldn't have just thrown in that upgrade and said like, hey, here you go, guys. So yeah, I mean, as it sits right now, my PlayStation experience from, from since I bought my PlayStation in March has been pretty underwhelming, to say the least. And the more, every time, I'm not joking, guys, every time Sony makes an announcement, it literally feels like they don't know what they're doing, or they don't know what they've got. I mean, I don't understand how how Sony thinks that the way they're competing right now is doing anything but giving them more of a bad name at the beginning. And you know what? Like right now it's fine because they can handle it, because the PlayStation 5 is literally selling right off the shelves before, I mean, every time they get in stock they're sold out immediately. So like right now they can handle this. But I mean, if you've had a PlayStation 5 since launch, you're probably, and that's the only console you got is a PlayStation 5, you're probably starting to feel the drought. Like you're like, what the heck, man? Why? I've got an Xbox and a Switch and a PlayStation 5, and you know what? Like, it doesn't feel like a drought to me. It just sucks that I've spent so much money on my PlayStation 5 and I have still yet to really play it. I've got more time invested in Forza Horizon 4 since the beginning of this generation when they upgraded it than I have in my PlayStation 5 over all the games I've already bought. So, yeah, I'm more excited about my old games than I am these new games that PlayStation 5 has on the PlayStation 5 right now. I would, like, I'm not even joking, I would rather go play my old games that have gotten updated than play the PlayStation 5. Like, next month, yeah, I mean, I guess we can kind of give them a little bit of slack, because next month we are getting, like, a pretty robust upgrade for Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm happy about that. I am kind of miffed that they're gonna still charge me an extra freaking $10 for an upgrade, even though the game came out last year. That really sucks. I'm like, what? Why are you guys, like, I don't understand why they want to nickel and dime us, man. I feel like they're holding back on content, and they're not even trying to go out of their way to thank us fans, for being loyal, for being dedicated, and to buying the games when they first come out. Like, I love my PlayStation games, and I buy them day one every single time. I have them pre-ordered far in advance. And with PlayStation, when you pre-order something, they take the money out of your account right then and there. So, like, I pay for my games well in advance. So for them to, like, go out of their way to, like, nickel and dime me, like, I don't get it, man. I do not get it. And then last generation, we got so many freaking buggy, broken games at launch that when you buy them at launch and you want to experience that, like, it really sucks, man, because you get way into that game and there's things that are broken, and then by the time they get it all fixed and put together and updated and everything, then it goes on sale. And so you're literally paying to be a game tester for everybody to get that game at half off. I mean, it really sucks, man. It just really shows you just how shady the gaming industry is starting to become. And with people out there like, oh gosh, this is great, I mean, it's like, guys, quit fanboying for this stuff, man. They are not giving us exactly what we're paying for. Like, we're paying for these experiences, and then we're not getting them at launch. Like, we're basically QA testing these games for them to fix them and then resell them. Like, I mean, like, take Cyberpunk 2077, man. They threw that thing out all willy-nilly, and they were like, oh, well, whatever, we'll fix it. They'll understand. No, man, we don't want to have to sit and feel like that. I want a good experience when I get that game. Like, the last game that I played, that I just bought, recently, the last good new release was Scarlet Nexus, man. Scarlet Nexus came out, and it was in good shape. It played good. I didn't run into any bugs. I didn't notice any frame drops. I mean, Digital Foundry came out and said that, oh yeah, it's dropping frames. But I mean, in those cutscenes where it's dropping frames, like, you can't really tell, man. Like, literally, you can't tell. You have no control during the thing, so, like, you can't tell. So other than that, like, that game felt great to me. It felt amazing the whole way through. So I was happy with my experience with Scarlet Nexus, and I highly recommend you pick that game up because it is good. It's one of the It's one of the first ones in a long time to come out, without any real bugs or anything. Returnal came out. It was broken. It had lots of problems. I mean, I think Returnal's worth $50. I have tried the new patch since it's been upgraded or updated, and it feels a lot better. It definitely feels more balanced. It doesn't feel as ridiculously hard. So, yeah, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.